Well, I want to express gratitude for the privilege of appearing here in front of Your Holiness and this assemblage. We're really honored you're here. But Your Holiness, I want to thank you for your great leadership, the example and the demonstrated commitment that you've shown to tolerance and to justice and to peace. God bless you and thank you.
Again, it is an honor to welcome you, Your Holiness. And I want to say it's an honor because you are a man, though of humble beginnings, your leadership has made you a figure of global prominence. You started as a teacher, and you have become a guide for millions of Muslims worldwide. Ahmadiyya Muslim Community has been a force demonstrating clear and unwavering loyalty to the United States. Again, promoting life in our community, blood drives. You're part of the community and saving lives. These messages and actions reflect the strength of this community and its commitment to our common humanity. And you do this not because all of the people, Your Holiness, the Ahmadiyya community does this not because all of the people that you serve are Muslim. You do this because you are Muslim.
The truth is that peace and justice are inseparable. You cannot have one without the other. And certainly, this principle is something that all wise and intelligent people understand. Leaving aside those people who are determined to create disorder in the world. No one can ever claim that in any society, country, or even the entire world, there can be disorder or a lack of peace where justice and fair dealing exists.
He preaches a message of love for all, hatred for none. And when Peter Mansbridge spoke with him recently, there was concern that message wasn't being heard.
During this interview, Mansbridge asked Hazrat Amirul Momineen whether the world was at a critical junction in time.
Yes, it seems. Muslim world is disturbed. And now that is spreading, it is going beyond.
Arriving at around 10:30 a.m., Hazur was welcomed by Judy Segro, Member of Parliament for Liberals, the ruling party of Canada.
I would like to draw to the presence of honourable members the presence in the gallery of His Holiness Mirza Masroor Ahmad, head of the worldwide Ahmadiyya Muslim Community.
Pleasure to welcome His Holiness to Ottawa. The last time we met was a number of years ago, and I didn't yet occupy this office, but we had wonderful conversations, as we will this time, about the Ahmadi community and the challenges they face and the opportunities to work together on promoting love for all and hatred for none.
Hazrat Amirul Momineen delivered a keynote address at a reception in his honor at Parliament Hill. This event was attended by members of Parliament, ministers, senators, ambassadors, and many other dignitaries. It was also broadcast live on MTA International and streamed online. In his address, Hazur spoke to the audience about the condition of the world and how it is on the brink of a catastrophe.
It is the task of the government and the parliamentarians as guardians of their nations to legislate in a way that gives rights to their citizens rather than take their rights away. This should be done across the board, indiscriminately, so that the rights of all people, whether they be Muslims, Christians, Jews, Hindus, Sikhs, or the people of any other belief, including those who are not religious, are upheld and guaranteed at all times, and the means to resolve it become much clearer. At a broader level, the United Nations must also play its role in establishing peace in the world. Our jihad is not a jihad of swords, guns, or bombs. Our jihad is not a jihad of cruelty, brutality, and injustice. Rather, our jihad is of love, mercy, and compassion. Our jihad is of tolerance, justice, and human sympathy. A fundamental and basic teaching of Islam is that a true Muslim is a person from whose tongue and hand all other peaceful people are safe. This is the definition of a Muslim given by the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Another beautiful principle taught by Islam is that peace in society requires one to suppress his anger, rather than allowing it to prevail over principles of honesty and justice. Islam teaches that peace can only be established by helping both the oppressed and oppressor in a manner that is completely impartial, free from vested interests, and devoid of all enmity.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a double honor. We've heard the wonderful words from His Holiness about the message of peace, and I will speak a little bit more about that in 1 second. We have been graced with the presence of the President of the European Parliament, Mr. Martin Schulz, who has come to personally greet His Holiness.
Those messages of peace, of love, of respect towards one another, of reconciliation. These are messages which are especially valuable and serve as a particularly powerful antidote at a time of tension, of a time where we have seen, unfortunately, incidences of violence, of brutality, and of extremism, which play no role in any peace-loving society.
The Muslim community is a true Islamic religious community, introduced the true and peaceful teachings of Islam. Our sect is the standard bearer for peace, reconciliation, and harmony, which is why our motto is love for all, hatred for none. That we Ahmadiyya Muslims believe that in this era, the concept of a violent jihad by the sword is completely wrong and is to be rejected. It is an urgent need of the time that in an effort to establish global peace and harmony, all people should display mutual respect.
During these tours, His Holiness has met world leaders from the Far East to Europe, from North America to Africa, discussing the economic, social, and political problems facing the world today, and how to create peace and justice in the world, to share common values and core ideals universal to all religions and cultures, with a view to improving the moral state of mankind and creating an atmosphere of love and affection. From young to old, he compassionately listens to the ordinary man, regardless of race, color, or religion. He has personally initiated social projects and schemes to alleviate poverty and human suffering. His concern is not just about the well-being and moral state of the members of the Ahmadiyya community, but of the great human suffering of mankind at large.
I would like to pay an additional tribute to the work being done by Ahmadis in raising standards in Africa, and particularly in education.